Right, are we good? Are we live? I think we are. Hello all and welcome back to the Women's Football Chat Live. Today we have the start of England's Euro 2025 qualifying campaign as they kick off with a home tie against Sweden. This is the first of 6 matches which will see us qualify for the Euros in 2025 in Switzerland. Very excited for that tournament. And England, as defending champions, will be hoping to get through the qualifying stage with absolutely no fuss and then see themselves through to the main tournament. Tonight should be a formality, but a difficult tie against Sweden. Harry, are you excited?
Yeah, I am. For me, our Euro title defence begins today with the qualifiers. But as you say, we have got a lot of tough games coming up. It is a very difficult group.
It is a difficult group, yeah.
Today is a very difficult game. Sweden are a very, very good side. They're, on our day, we can beat them. But that by no means means this is going to be an easy game. So they're going to push us. It's going to be competitive. I'm expecting a close scoreline. But overall, I think England have got this.
Yeah, and of course, adjacent to today's game, we have France versus Ireland. The other two teams in the group, so we'll be keeping an eye on that to see how both those sides get on. We're very intrigued there. I feel like France go in as strong favourites for that match, but could you see Ireland providing much of an upset?
I mean, yeah, you never know in football, and I think, again, France should win that game, but Ireland will give it a good shot, and again, I'm expecting a close game. This group is so competitive, I think every game's going to be close.
Yeah.
It is just it's that fine line on whether you're the winning side or the losing side in that. So for England, tonight is pivotal. Get some points on the board in match week 1.
I couldn't agree more. Let's run through the lineups then. England as the home side at Wembley. Line up as follows. In goal, it's Mary Earps. Across the back 4, Bronze, Ruben Moy, Alex Greenwood and Niamh Charles. In the midfield 3, it's Georgia Stanway, Kira Walsh and Grace Clinton. She was excellent when she played in the last internationals. Let's hope to see more of that today. And then across the front 3, Lauren Hemp, Alessia Russo and Lauren James. A very star-studded squad, a very strong England team. It is what you expect to see this evening.
Yeah, this is a very, very strong side, and I think this is a big teller for that team that Serena is planning to play in the Euros and planning to play for England in the next few years. Grace Clinton, big chance for her tonight. As you say, she got her chance in those friendlies, scored on debut against Austria. Tonight, though, first competitive England match, big game where England need a point against a tough opposition. Can she show her class? For the rest of the team, I think that's pretty nailed on. It's a very, very strong side.
Yeah, I think it is a very good team. Let's have a look at that Sweden team then. Again, a same 4-3-3 shape. In between the sticks, it's Folk. And a big call here is Zakira Musovic drops to the bench. Not playing a lot of club football at the moment. Perhaps is an explanation for that. In the back 4, Lundqvist, Sembrand, Eriksson and Anderson. In the middle 3, it's Philippa Engeldahl, Aslani and Ölmer. And in the front 3 of Kaneryd, Blackstenius and Fridolina Rolfo. A good team.
Yeah, they are a good side.
Very good players.
As you say, Musovic's decision is an interesting one, but to be completely honest, I think it makes sense. You've got a goalkeeper who hasn't played very much this season at all for Chelsea, and Falk deserves the chance. A good goalkeeper as well. But for Sweden, I think they're a decent side. But I look at that front line, and that is dangerous. Rolfo, Blackstenius, Writing, Kaneryd. That could cause some problems for England tonight. Definitely. If we aren't on our game. Those 3 are some deadly players. Blackstenius coming into this after scoring the winner in the Conti Cup. It's going to be big. Obviously, that's a factor to play into this game. Both of these teams have a couple of players who did feature for 120 minutes on Sunday. Yeah. Kaneryd, James, Blackstenius, Ruben Moy. You've got to think about that going into this game. These are players that might be a little bit tired towards the end of the game. But again, both teams have got really strong benches. Overall, I'm expecting a tight competitive match. Hopefully, England can come out winners, though.
Yeah, I agree with you there. For me, as a Chelsea fan, I'm really hoping we don't see any sort of injuries over this international break. It feels a very poor decision from UEFA to have internationals at this time, given how important the season is. So, for me, the priority's got to be not to get injured. Yeah, that's got to be the priority.
I think getting 3 points on the board in match week 1 is crucial, though, when the group is this competitive. Because if you fall behind at the first hurdle, sometimes you don't catch up after that, even if you get your best shot. So it's big for England. Do we take a point tonight? Possibly. I just don't think we can afford to lose.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think today it's quite important that we win. Obviously, we play Ireland on Tuesday night as well. Now, that's a game that we should be winning comfortably. Yeah. But I want to start the group as we mean to go on. There's no reason to not believe we won't beat this side. We are the reigning European champions for a reason.
And as you think about it, we win tonight. We beat Ireland. We've taken 6 points from 6, and suddenly we top the group and we're all but through. Really, that's the situation you find yourself in. If you lose 2 games, you're struggling a lot. If you win 2 games, you're in a comfortable position.
Yeah, you're certainly not all but through. There's a lot of work still to do in that group with 6 matches, of course. Let's have a look in chat. Harry up to stream saying, come on, Sweden, and saying 2-0 Sweden as a prediction. Speaking of which, we should get into some predictions. Harry, what's your prediction?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think that's pretty valid. If you're a Sweden fan, I'm not surprised you're going to back your side tonight because I think Sweden will give it a good go. And I'm going to go for a close game. I will go England 2, Sweden 1. I think it'll be very competitive, very tight, but in the end, England will get it across the line. The lionesses will take the lead through Lauren James. Sweden will then level up just before half-time through Fridolina Rolfo. And then in the second half, it'll be an equaliser for England from Woven Moy from a corner.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm confident England will win today. I don't want to underestimate Sweden by any stretch, but this England side are a better team. They have the home advantage, and therefore I think England will win quite comfortably. I'm going to say England 3, Sweden 0. I don't think we'll concede. I think we'll keep a clean sheet, and I think we will hand Sweden a very tasty 3-0 win.
Bold, very bold, very bold.
A 3-0 defeat, really. But yeah, I'll say goals from Alessia Russo, Grace Clinton, because she really impressed me on last international break about a month ago now, and I would say Georgia Stanway as well, because she always seems to come up with those goals in the big moments, especially in a tie like this where it really matters that we do get those wins under our belt. I feel like she's the type of player that really comes to life in those moments.
Yeah,
and has done well so far. So has done so well for England over the years.
Definitely. So I do feel like, again, you can't look at the Pittles clubs in terms of how good they are, because Grace Clinton is good enough to play for England, can start in international tournaments, and she's a phenomenal player. And this England side, I look at this England side, I really do, and I think we look unbeatable. We really do. The players in this team are one of the best in the world. I think. For me, it's Spain and then us. And that's how tight it is going into the Euros. At the moment, it's 1-1. We won the Euros, they won the World Cup. I think it's going to be similar teams fighting for the Euros. But as we say, the title defence starts today. We need to make sure we get there first, because you can't defend a title if you're not at the tournament.
Yeah, I agree that I think that England and Spain are probably the two strongest teams. I think it'll be interesting to see what Germany can do, because I think they're not as strong as they were at the last tournament, and I think that's probably their best chance of winning a title. I think France will be very interested to see what they're up to this year, because they weren't impressive really last year's World Cup. They crashed out quite early, I think. Did they go out in the groups, France?
Potentially.
So I think of the World Cup last year. No, I didn't.
No, who did Jamaica beat? Jamaica beat somebody.
Brazil.
Brazil.
Jamaica knocked Brazil out in the groups.
Right.
As Germany went out in the groups as well, wasn't it? France.
So a bit of a messy tournament all round. But I think France tonight, they will be hoping really see Ireland's the easier game out of the three.
Oh yeah, by far.
So they'll want to make sure they get 3 points with no problems tonight.
Yeah, now of course if we did finish third or fourth, it's not the end of the world. We do then enter the playoffs. But we don't want to have to play those important matches that would be, when you get to those playoff games, it's a bit of a dice roll whether you're going to get through or not. We don't want that, England. We want to be coasting through in this group stage. We want to be seeing our place in the European Championships in 2025 cemented. And we should have no issues, I don't think, in this group. France are very good, but we're better than them. Sweden are very good, and we're better than them. Republic of Ireland aren't very good. So we should get through.
Yeah, fair enough.
Clip that, and then Ireland beating us on Tuesday night.
Definitely, 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think England, quality all round. Netherlands, Sweden. As we said, they've got a decent backline. They're a good side. They're all round decent side. But that
always happens, Sweden.
Yeah, and their front three is where they can really hurt us tonight. If England aren't up to scratch and we aren't up to our usual selves, we could definitely get caught out there. So we've got to be careful, especially with Charles bobbing forward, because Canaride, who she knows very well, teammates at Chelsea. She's going to cause her problems today. That's going to be a fun battle on the right-hand side. Canaride, coming off a Player of the Month nomination this morning. Had a really, really good period. Blackstenius, obviously, living off the high of scoring the winner in the Conti Cup. And Rolfo, who is, let's just say, playing incredibly well for Barcelona at the moment. So that's the front three you've got to be careful of. The midfield three, again, really strong on the back four. I mean, captained by Magdalena Eriksson, you're not getting through there very easily. I
should say Spain also in action tonight. They are showing no mercy against Belgium as they're 2-0 up after 15 minutes.
Wow.
So
they're a force to be reckoned with.
They are. They have always been, and they are definitely now. So both sets of players take a knee and a stand against all forms of discrimination. It's nice to see as well a little high five between club teammates Lauren James and Joanna Wrighting-Canner Ride as they line up on the same side here. And it'll be Sweden. They get us started here at Wembley. Blackstenius knocks it back, and we are underway. It's England versus Sweden. The first of 6 Euro 2025 qualifiers. Can England win and get their qualifying campaign off to a perfect start? Well, not with headers like that, but it's Wubben Moy who rises highest to deal with the danger. Now, Walsh finds herself under a bit of pressure from Aslani. Bronze looks to go down the line, but it's knocked out of play off Fridolina Rolfo. She's the X factor, isn't she, for Sweden tonight, Rolfo?
Yeah, 100%.
And Canner Ride, I'd say.
I think that front three are where England, Sweden can get through, but yeah, definitely out wide with Rolfo and Canner Ride taking on the fullbacks, Bronze and Charles respectively, and then looking for Blackstenius in the box there.
All cut backs to Aslani, and Aslani will be looking to create a lot of chances today. She's a very creative player, Aslani. Sweden coming down this right-hand side. Then here is Philippa Angeldal, and she's going to lift the ball in behind, and Canner Ride is going to be the one that gets there. Can she pick out someone in the box? Finds Blackstenius, but it's blocked well by Wubben Moy and swept up and claimed by Mary Earps.
Yeah, good defending there from Wubben Moy. Again, those two are going to get on really well tonight. Blackstenius being marked by Wubben Moy. Yeah, that was not a good start from England. That's what it's at. Charles getting high. There's space for Canner Ride, and then Canner Ride's pace, managing to find Blackstenius, and luckily the shot was smothered by Wubben Moy.
Yeah, really good block in there. Greenwood. Here is Mary Earps. She'll look again to distribute out wide, and Bronze does well to keep that in play. No, she hasn't. It is a throw-in.
Is there slight pressure on Mary Earps with Keating and
definitely.
Hampton?
Definitely, but there's always been pressure on her. Ellie Roebuck was pressuring her before she had her eye injury this season. That's not the technical term, but I don't remember what the technical term is. And there's always been a bit of pressure there. I think that she is fair. I think she'll feel comfortable though in a number one role for now.
Yeah.
The fact that we see Serena playing up tonight, that is the greatest indication that she is still first and foremost in Serena's plans. So I don't think there's any concerns for Earps that she'll be rotated.
Yeah, fair enough.
Unless she has a huge blunder on the international stage.
That's well back in there by Stanway.
And Russo trying to play it forwards, but can't. But now Sweden play through the lines. Canner Ride wants to take players on here. Joanna Wrighting-Canner Ride, and a lovely drive. Shifts it into Blackstenius. She's onside, but really good defending from Charles. And she'll see it out and knock it out for a corner.
Charles a bit frustrated why Earps didn't come and get that. Charles was backing it towards the goalkeeper, trying to show her that she can come and take the ball, and just didn't.
Because she didn't touch. No. She got a touch there, but it's not a deliberate pass.
She's having it back, and Earps just doesn't want it.
And then she hasn't got the angle there to be able to knock it out and play for a throw.
So Sweden corner. A good start from Sweden. They've started fast, started the better side, and looking to take full advantage of that as Anderson is going to put this ball into the box.
Yeah, as you say, Anderson readying to deliver this corner. And they've got a lot of presence in the box here, Sweden. They'll be gutted to have no Amanda Ilestedt available for them this evening because she is a potent danger in the box. It's messy, but it is dealt with eventually by England. Going to come back to Anderson, who will loop a ball in there, but it's headed away by Charles. Now England will look to come down this left-hand side. But Anderson has James covered for now. Here's Canner Ride, not in a natural position.
Just going to let Sweden reset.
Waits for Sweden to get back into shape. Here's Aslani. Angeldal just about keeping it in play. Goes back now, and Sweden working the ball back round. But yeah, as you say, good side this Sweden team.
They started really well. And that's a poor pass back there. Russo get there first and wins the foul as Eriksson just takes her out. Really good from Russo. Bit sloppy there from Anderson, knocking it back to Eriksson.
I think that's possibly one of Russo's greatest qualities, is that ability to win the ball, hold it up and draw fouls. I mean, there she just pounced on that ball. Great interception. And Magdalena Eriksson, completely blindsided to it, ends up catching her.
Eriksson would have not seen Russo coming at all. She's meant to kick the ball. But really good play from Alessia Russo. He's still down on the deck here. And he's going to receive some treatment from the physios. Just took a fair whack to the calf. It's going to hurt. Hopefully, though, nothing too bad. It's just a...
And Idavar's never a happy man, but he certainly won't be a happy man if this is anything serious.
That's right. Equally, after England's start, it'd be nice to take a minute or two. But that, I mean, hopefully, Russo is going to be okay. But you'd like to think, I know it's a big game, and that's a qualifier. But for the sake of her season, for the sake of Arsenal, and, for just her going forwards. Let's not risk her tonight.
And we have others forwards,
We've
of
got
course.
Daly and who's the other one? We've got someone else. But there's plenty of options on the bench. Let's not risk Russo unless we really,
We've only really got Daly could play through the middle. Other attackers: Park, Kirby, Mead,
I think
Kelly.
it might actually be when she falls over. It might not be the contact, and
Yeah,
Kelly and Mead are both warming up.
Both could be options to come through the middle, or even have Lauren James on that left-hand side.
Yeah, could come in.
Toad Hates Live on the stream saying hello. She's still on the floor from Sunday. Probably knackered after what was a very difficult game, unless for Arsenal. But they did come away victorious, so...
The fact she's been down for this long, I really would not risk it. And with
She seems to be in a lot of discomfort.
Warming up, I'd bring one of those two up.
Katarina says, team who will lose today is out of Euros. How does it work? No, Katarina, don't worry. We're not... it's not straight playoffs.
The group stage format.
Yes, so it'll be... We're in a group of 4 with us, Sweden, Ireland and France. Of that group of 4, 2 will go through automatically to play in the European Championships in Switzerland in 2025, and then the other 2 will enter into the playoffs. Now they play against teams from groups of leagues B, C, D, which is it's confusing. This is not how we usually qualify for major tournaments. UEFA are trialing a new thing, which is supposed to have a bit more jeopardy for the big teams, but that's not what I want.
No.
I want the big teams at the tournament, and then I want them to be a bit of jeopardy in the tournament, not for them to struggle to get there, and then we have to watch the tournament with a load of...
It is a very long-winded
teams.
qualification system. It feels a bit unnecessary. Alessia Russo here is still down. They are bandaging her ankle. It actually looks more like it is... I can't really tell what's happening, to be completely honest.
No, your degree in physiotherapy is letting you down here.
I'm really surprised that she's been on the floor for this long. Why are we persisting to start her? And it's just blood is what it is. She's bleeding pretty heavily, actually. Looking at her sock. And I would not continue on with that.
No, I don't think I'm not sure she will.
No. So clearly just caught there, and and England are now going to knock the ball around.
Just say a little rondo going.
But quite a lengthy delay to this now. Last couple of minutes. I don't think Russia's going to carry on here. Hopefully she's okay. But clearly bleeding from that right calf, and they're going to cut through her sock. And this does not look nice. And the referee is telling the physio, just to get on with it. The physios want her to go off.
Well, the refs get off. What do you want them to do, ref? But now they will pack up their things and get Russo off the field.
Yeah.
Isabella says, little bit late, but I'm here. I think I'll root for England. Welcome, Isabella, our favourite Aussie. No disrespect to any other Aussies out there. But welcome, Isabella. Good to see you. Thanks for rooting for England.
And surely that's going to be it. And Per Gerhardsen also looks a bit as frustrated as the referee does. I'm not really sure what their complaints are. And England are going to carry on 10 players, while Russo receives treatment off the pitch.
Yeah.
They're going to have to get her a new sock and dress her wound. But Greenwood is going to put this ball in for the Lionesses, while behind her, our striker is receiving treatment. That's the ball in.
Greenwood, it's met in the air, and Grace Clinton lashes an effort wide. Just want to point out, by the way, we spoke about Germany obviously being the reigning finalists from the Euros in 2022, the rearranged tournament from 2021. They went 2-0 down to Austria this evening. They've just got it back to 2-1 about 5 minutes before the break through Clara Buell. But that is a very... Well, even if they are to win today, they're putting themselves in a bit of jeopardy in what should have been a really easy group. Poland, Austria, Iceland and Germany.
I mean, Iceland looked brilliant earlier.
They did,
Poland
to be fair,
3-0, I think it was in the end. Really strong result for Iceland. By the way, I would just like to say, why don't we just bring Russo off? Because now we're playing a period of the game with 10 players while Russo gets a new sock and the bleeding stops.
Yeah.
Just a cut in her calf or a shin.
Yeah.
Why don't we just bring her off?
France Ireland underway now, by the way. Yeah. For some reason they kick off at 10 minutes past 8. Some French thing, I'm guessing.
Like it.
Being quirky. And, well, good play from Sweden as they break in behind here, but now it is flagged for offside.
I mean, we're putting ourselves in big problems here because we're just playing with 10 players for the sake of it.
This did look offside to me, but I didn't want to say. I think it was on, to be fair. But it might be that. Yes. It is that second pass.
Yeah, 2 in there that were pretty close. One more convincing than the other. And Russo is now going to enter the pitch once again. So England will be back to our full complement of players.
Greenwood. And Russo and Clinton dropping in to get the ball there, but now loses it, and a strong tackle to win it back. Ruben Moy, but it drops in midfield. And here is Philippa Angeldal. Finds Canaride out wide, picked up on by Niamh Charles. And then she manages to beat Anderson to the ball. It's a messy affair at the moment as nobody can actually get the ball down at all.
And Grace Clinton has just taken a ball here to the face.
I think so, yeah.
Or to the to the stomach. Just winded.
But she went down holding her head, so that will be... So the game was stopped.
Yeah, quite smart there from Clinton. Yeah, I like Clinton's energy. I really do.
Something we've not noted on...
Yes.
Something we've not noted on either is this is the debut for the women's side in the new kit, of course.
Yes, of course. I like the kit. It's a nice kit.
Yeah.
Nice flag as well on the collar.
Sembrant. Now Eriksson. And Blackstenius gets a lovely touch on there, looking to feed in Rolfo. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
Earps.
Need to get back
Greenwood.
on the ball, play our stuff. But as I said, I really like Grace Clinton's energy in there. I think she does, with two not firing, I think Clinton is a perfect replacement. She brings that energy, she brings that attacking output. And if her and Russo can get a link up going, suddenly it's gone from Tooney and Alessia Russo to Clinton and Alessia Russo.
Yeah.
I think Grace Clinton is a very good player.
Here is Clinton. Nice turn on the ball there. Finds Hemp. Bronze. And she's lost it to Rolfo, but does fall back into her possession. Ruben Moy. And now Earps. Greenwood. Just carrying that ball out of defence. Here's Clinton under a bit of pressure. She gets fouled, but nothing given. And now they'll come forward. Lundqvist plays the ball in behind. Ruben Moy under a bit of pressure from Blackstenius and Canaride. Earps will have the ball. Tries to find Niamh Charles. And despite pressure from Aslan, I think that will be, or just come off Charles there, will be a Sweden throw.
Yeah, Charles has got at least to start starting getting to the ball. I mean, there was a foul in there on Clinton. Ref didn't give it. But yeah, Sweden thrown out, looking to advance up the field.
Isabella says, can't lie, that Sweden attack is pretty deadly.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous front line. Pretty scary stuff.
Yeah. And Toad says, Clinton needs to move from United next season. She needs to play in Europe, even if it's with a crap team. That's an interesting point. I think she definitely could play in Europe. I don't see her moving anywhere in the WSL. I don't see United wanting to sell her to a direct rival.
Does she go back to Tottenham on a permanent?
That's definitely an option. If Tottenham
think,
would love to be able to do that, yeah.
We say about Europe, I really do think with Europa League next year, Tottenham could beat United to fourth. I really think this Tottenham side have got something special about them. They're building a project over there, and I really do think next season, especially if they could take Clinton off United.
Well, especially given the unknown. Now, we expect Chelsea will be up for the title again, but with that being an unknown, there is an opportunity for someone to break into the Champions League spot. Yeah. If you had to give it a 50-50 between Tottenham and United, we're not even looking at Liverpool in that equation, which feels harsh.
But Villa could bounce back.
Well, exactly. I think it's so competitive at the moment at the WSL, but I think Tottenham are best poised to cement themselves in fourth.
100%. Lauren Hemp bringing it forward, beats one, beats two. Can she get a ball in? That's a turn back.